Hey, what's up, ladies? Hope everyone's having a beautiful morning. So, today we're coming on here to share with you. We shared this last week evening routine menu that we have designed specifically for you, for moms. And this is something that you can opt in for. So, we're going to put a link below to grab your copy, and you'll be able to, I'm going to just add my in here, sorry. You get the same menu, be able to print it out as many times as you want, and to be able to improvise it for yourself. You can circle it, you can write your own notes, you can, do what feels good to you. So we kind of just wanted to go over the evening routine menu that we have written out for you, and for you to pick something from this today that you have not done in your evening routine, right? So we're not
or haven't done in a while,
right. So
because some may have fallen off.
Yeah. So we're not telling you to do this whole thing tonight or next week. We're just telling you to take one from, one of the things that you haven't done or haven't done in a while, and do it tonight. Commit to doing it tonight. And one of the important things with evening routine is the mindset that it kind of begins during the day and just planning your evening out, because by the time you get to the evening, you're exhausted, and you won't think of these things. So just setting the intention in the morning or in the afternoon after you print yours out will, you'll be able to be successful.
Well, yeah, and I think it'll make it feel less like a task or an obligation, because I think for me, I've gotten to a place where I'm excited, especially with it's a little darker at night and it's cooler weather. So I'm actually excited for my evening routines, but I know that it could sound like, oh, I have to journal. It's just another thing I need to do. But actually, think of it as oh, I'm so excited to go nestle in my warm bed with my warm cup of tea and read, or whatever you're going to choose. And I know, so for tonight, just do one thing that we've listed, or if you have any suggestions for us to add to it, then we're completely open to that too. But just know that it might look different each night. I know for me, mine looks different on the evenings that my kids go see their dad for a little while. My evening routine starts later, so it's a lot shorter. But tonight, my kids come home right off the bus, and I know that I'll get them to bed earlier, so I'll be able to have a bath and have a little bit more extended one. So it may look different, but just have it something that you're excited for.
Right, and it will also look different during different cycles. For example, different cycles of the moon. We just had a new moon. You might be more tired than when the full moon's happening. And it's a nice way to observe, to track of your energy levels throughout the month. So okay, this is the cycle where I'm really tired. And so you don't beat yourself up over, not accomplishing something. And also with your, when you get your period, it's, you are more tired, you're more drained, and you're actually supposed to go inward and do more meditations and things like that. And when you're ovulating, you have more energy, so maybe you can incorporate more, more yoga, more movement, more exercise, right? Go for a walk. So let's just go over the list together and just mentally, have a note. Okay, that will be my one thing that I will add into my evening routine. And you can add two, and actually just write it down so you can see it throughout the day. So we began with the starters because it's designed to be a menu, right? So it's pretty cool when you print it out. It's nice because you'll get to, you can tape it in your closet, or, have it
on your bathroom mirror.
Right. And so you'll be able to see it, and it'll inspire you, and it'll remind you. And you can write your own affirmations why it's important for you to have an evening routine.
Right.
So this you can do while you're awake, and you're probably doing some of these things, which is great, right? So you want to unpack backpacks organize, recycle, and handle any paperwork, right? That can be the kids' paperwork or your paperwork. Like that is like like your
like sifting through the mail. Yeah.
right. Pack tomorrow's lunches. This is a huge one because you don't really think about tomorrow morning and how it will affect your morning. But when you do pack your lunches, your mornings are like divine. All you have to do is like open the refrigerator and just take the things out. And you don't realize how long these things take, but you actually, have that space to do in the evening.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that can be, again, this can be for your kids' lunches, or it could be for your lunch. Like I know that helped me a lot last week. I decided to batch salads. I had salad for a lunch one of the days, and I made, while I was doing it, it was more efficient for me to go ahead and make my salad for the next day, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then, and for those of you with babies, it could be like washing, bottles, or, cleaning your pump parts, things like that.
Right. Then we have set out kids' clothes for tomorrow, right? And this is another big one because, you're given this task with your kids, so it's something that you can do together with them, but it takes out the stress in the morning. Like, no, mom, I don't want to wear that, or, whatever the issues or stress about this is in the morning.
Right.
In the evening, it's a different energy, right? So use that momentum already, right? Because in the morning, it's like, you don't really want to do that, right? With the
right.
It's like another
thing. So it's helped me a lot with this school year transition, because my youngest he just started kindergarten, and for those of you that have had kids that have started kindergarten in the past, kindergartners are really, 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 really tired. Like he could sleep for probably 14 hours each night, but I've been having to wake him up, which is new. In the summer he was much earlier riser, but this morning I woke him up. But I just went and kissed him and nuzzled his warm little neck and said, okay, let's get you dressed. And he's just like, okay. And the clothes are right there, and it's easy. There was no thinking, just me being able to focus on, easing him into working.
Right. Another thing is to set out workout clothes for the AM. So, in the last couple weeks, we focused on morning routine. And if you have incorporated working out in the morning, whether it's yoga, whether it's going for a walk, or, like a high intensity, 10-minute workout, having your workout clothes next to your bed or just laid out for you, where you'll be able to wake up, take your pajamas off, like half asleep, just put those on. It'll actually motivate you to do that more, to go through with your exercise. And so that's another thing. And also put water by bed or bathroom sink. And this is a big one because when we sleep, we lose about 1 pound of water while we sleep, like through our breathing. So we actually naturally wake up dehydrated. And so when you're dehydrated, you're more tired, you're more anxious, like all of those things, right? So when you hydrate yourself, you're able to put your body into a balanced state and also be able to detoxify. So putting a water by your bed or bathroom sink. So when as soon as you wake up, literally, I think it's like 16 ounces, like, it's a large glass, but you'll get used to it. Like now I do it without even thinking. It's like brushing teeth. That's something that I do. I rehydrate myself. And a nice addition to it is to squeeze a lemon and even have a dash of sea salt that actually helps to balance you out as well. So those are the things that you can do while your kids are awake, right? So if you don't do any of those things, just maybe pick one out of that section, right? Then we have the entree. So this is something that you do after the kids are asleep. So you tidy up. Literally, I think sometimes all it takes is like 5 minutes, like after the kids are asleep, to like put everything away, right? And it's not like you have to like deep clean, but just put everything in its own place, right?
Right, just so that you're not overwhelmed when you wake up in the morning.
Right.
Really.
Right. And, having an organized space gives you a lot more clarity, and it feels a lot more.
Right. Organized space, organized mind.
exactly. You are like what you surround yourself with. And that's another thing that we work in our program is to like help you simplify things in your life, right? And so like when you live more simply, you're able to organize a lot better.
Right.
The next thing is make yourself tea or warm water with lemon. That is big. I've actually been trying to not snack or have anything past 8 o'clock. And yesterday I made myself tea and I just kept on adding warm water to it. And it, you know, when you're trying to replace a habit, or get rid of a bad habit. You have to replace it with something else, right? So I was able to. We did a coaching session with Maya last week, and I said, I need something in replace, you know, in lieu of it, where I feel like you know, I have something in my hands. It's such a mental thing, you know. But the tea really helped me, you know, and it also allowed me to like feel more grounded. So instead of Netflix, I ended up watching like a master class in one of our, you know, courses that we are a part of, which completely was a different evening than if I decided to, you know, eat. I made like organic banana bread. Yes, it's healthy, but it's not really what I'm supposed to be having at 8:30 p.m. with like
Right.
Netflix. I don't binge on it, but then again, it's like not the last thing that I should have on my mind, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
as I started with the tea, I was able to, you know, watch something educational. I actually watched it with my mom, and I went to bed at a, you know, normal time, and I meditated. So I woke up feeling really, really, really good, and
Yeah.
myself because I know I need, you know, that was like the thing that I needed to do. So
Right.
so make yourself tea or warm water. Go over your schedule, right? If that's one thing that you're going to do, you set out 3 important tasks for tomorrow. So just go over your schedule for tomorrow, for the week, and see what needs to get done. This way you have like a mental, you know, checklist and you're not thinking about it like as you're falling asleep. Wash face, brush teeth, tongue scrape. If you want more information on tongue scrape, we can have another Facebook Live about it because that's something that I do every morning and night, and it is it's life changing. Epsom salt bath. Maya's huge on these, but with the, you know, fall coming, like I would like to take at least
Yeah.
a week.
I've definitely been having more tea and having
Yeah,
baths now.
it's
It's been
nice.
cooler this.
So it's nice to have this reminder, right? And to be like, oh, okay, like now it's time to change
Right.
my
Right. Because in the summer, sometimes my evening routine looked like I went and sat outside and read a book.
right.
You know, because it was still light out.
Mhm.
My kids go to bed 7:30. So, and I do that on purpose so that I have some time
Yeah.
in daylight hours still, and so that works out. But you know, by the time the kids are in bed now, it's dark. So, so having the bath is a nice little
It
sanctuary.
is. It is. And then lastly, in that section is screen free 1 hour prior to lights out. So if you're the type of person that literally, you know, the kids go to sleep and you're like, oh, now I can finally catch up, and you know, like do that earlier in the time, you know, of the evening, and then
Mhm.
dedicate your last hour to either read a physical book or listen to an audible book, like if you need that stimulation for your mind. um, but having a screen free time is huge too.
And screens include television and computers as well. It's not just the phone, because what it is that blue light that those devices put off can affect your ability to fully
Mm-hmm.
fall asleep. They stimulate your brain. So it's really important and can really affect the quality of your sleep. So highly recommended.
Yes. And then for dessert, this is something that you do, you know, you can do already in your bedroom, like once you've done all the other things. You can choose to do a simple yoga, like a yoga routine. You know, even 2 minutes of just doing cat and cow and downward dog and legs against the wall is super restorative, and it will take you, it will just kind of like help you close the day, right? You can read, meditate, or journal. Visualize a successful day for tomorrow as you fall asleep, which is huge. So visualize, you know, the kids waking up happily, you waking up energized. Set an intention on what time you want to wake up tomorrow. So
Yep.
still working on waking up earlier, set that time 10 minutes earlier. You don't have to go extreme and say, okay, I'm going to be up an hour earlier, and then, you don't. So 10 minutes.
And then like failure. So it's just weaning. One other thing that I would suggest under dessert, one of our members here, Borjana, had mentioned this a while back, but coloring is a really great way, and something that I've helped get my daughter in particular to do in the evening. It's it's a form of meditation.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
So
kind
there are all
of
things, and you can grab yourself a copy, be able to print it out, or and improvise it in any way that you want. But just pick one thing, and if you can, pick one thing from each section, right? Because sometimes you're already doing a lot of these things, so we want to encourage you to do something different, something that you haven't done. So then when you wake up tomorrow, you're like, oh, I really like that, and it's not so overwhelming where we're not bombarding you with like a whole list to do, but just pick one, right? And so it will take it back, and then next week pick another one, right? So 21 days to form a habit. And that's why we wanted to start with the evening routine, and it would take about 21 days, like since we started talking about the evening routine, to set those habits in place. So by the end of September, you should have a solid eating routine, which is the goal here.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So we'll put the link below, and you just fill out the form, and then you'll get an email with the PDF of the menu. And then if you want, it would be super fun for you to post either a picture of your printed out form and things that you've circled, or just write in the comments below what you're going to do and to add into your evening routine.
Or let us know your goals. Like, what is your ultimate evening routine goal? Even if it's far from it, right? So even just the intention of, and like dreaming about it and visualizing it and sharing it with others, is a step in the right direction. And also, if you don't even know where to start, like you're completely exhausted, like you're counting down to bedtime, and all you want to do is, literally shut down and like distract yourself with things, whether it's like, if it's an unhealthy habit, there's a deeper issue, right? And so we're willing to help you, and we coach many women, and these particular things, and it's a lot deeper than just setting, an intention. You have to be able to, work with somebody and talk through it, and reset your mindset, right? Because it's all in, like on the inside. So we're going to, chat with you. We're always offering, to a breakthrough call, which is 45 minutes. We'll be able to check in with you, see, what's going on in your life currently and exactly where you want to go. And, hopefully we'll help you to get there. So, and that's free to everyone. The first call is always free.
Yes. So that's just mayaandmichaela.com/apply. And I'll put that link below in the comments as well. So we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, ladies. See you Friday.